What you see in others, you will see in yourself. This is truth. This is the law of the land, the law of the universe, the law of energy, the law of vibration. So the world is a mirror. Other people are mirrors of you. And I know that we've all heard this before, and I get a lot of questions sometimes. How does this work? And what does this actually mean? So this video, I'm going to talk about exactly what this statement means so that way you will absolutely understand it by the end. That's the plan, okay? In simple terms, so we can all really get on the same page, because this is where we mess up, so to speak. This is where we get lost. This is where we stop our abundance. This is where we start feeling bad and pinching off our life energy and the love that wants to flow through us. So let's get into it. All right, so imagine your eyes. As I look out here and I look around, I'm seeing through these two eyes, and they look like one, right? You do it too. As you look around, you have one way of seeing, two eyes become one. Now, that would be your perspective, because yes, you're seeing one through two. Now, if I can convince you that what's happening is you're looking out at the world and seeing two different perspectives that look like one, just like the eyes, just like the ears, and just like the nose, okay? So hang in there, I'll help you understand. Now, what two perspectives? You're seeing your source's perspective that must be there. It's unchangeable. It's always there. And you're seeing your perspective based on your past, based on who you think you are, based on your temporary form of yourself. Does that make sense? So those two perspectives are going out into the world, and they're causing a split. Okay? Now, just like your eyes, if one eye had trouble seeing and the other one didn't, when you looked out there, they would merge together and it would look like one kind of fuzzy feeling. And that's what happens out there, is that perspective of your source that sees only good, only truth, only perfection and beauty and innocence. And every person, every single soul sees them perfect as they were created, see them as equal to what we call God. Do you see? Sees them worthy, sees them lovely. And that's so important to understand. You have to sit with that over and over. You have a perspective, each one of us, that is going out everywhere you look. And in this case, your perspective is also your thoughts to people and to places. It sees all the matter as God's energy, perfection and fun and beauty and moldable. Do you see? You have to sit with that perspective. That's why we say you have to understand where your inner being is in all of this. But yet, where do you lie? How do you see people? Separate? It sees them all the same. It sees them all as itself. Do you see them differently than you? That's going to have two different perspectives. Just like your eyes, just like your ears, just like your nose. Do you see? The two becomes one. Two perspectives become one. And it's going to cause some resistance. Now, where's the resistance lie? Between the two perspectives. That makes sense, doesn't it? Your source's perspective and your perspective are in two different places, and they seem to not agree. Vibrationally, they're not mixing together perfectly. They're mixing together and creating some separation idea and resistance. Now, that two, between those two perspectives of you and your source, those two start creating two different sources, so to speak. Now, that idea of your perspective has its own world, its own type of source, and source has its own. And they seem to move against each other because they believe two different things. That's why there seems to be a part of you that seems to hate you, push against others. It seems to give you an opinion from others that seems to push against you. Does that make sense? Can't you feel it? These two that seem to be fighting each other, light and dark and opposites, and it gives birth to all kinds of stuff. But those two eventually go into the body and they create resistance and separation in the body in the form of disease, problems, issues, and so forth and so on. You see, they create two different systems that seem to flow against each other. Sit with that for a second, right? That's a lot of information. And it's so, so important because it is your salvation. So again, look around, notice 2 moving into 1. Now, the only way we can create happiness and truth and vibration, as far as vibrational resonance, is we need to match that other perspective as much as we can. Do you understand? That perspective of your source is permanent. It's high, it's true, and it's reality. And we can keep our perspective all day long, and they're going to merge, and we're going to create a world we don't like with resistance and pain and problems and separation. But if we can match it, if we can bring not theirs down, they're not going to come down to us. We got to go up to them. And if you can raise that perspective by noticing the perspective of your source and align with it, now the 2 become 1, and your world will magically shift, and you will see what your source sees. That is called vision. Yeshua calls it Christ vision in the Course in Miracles. Does this make sense? You see, and this is the key to happiness. It's never going to come down to you. You can't pull it out of you. That perspective is there, and there's nothing we can do. We have no choice but to match it. And that's what we came here for whatever part of us that just doesn't want to match the source perspective. We need to learn how to do it. Because now, here's the great part. That perspective, that source vision is holding everything you want. And it has created a stream between the 2 of you. Because if you're down here, it's up here, it's now trying to pull you up towards it. So it's not that even you have to match it, it's pulling you. That's what resistance is. It's trying to pull you back up to truth. It's trying to pull you back up into the abundance of your life and the flow of your life and the expansion of your life. It wants you to succeed. It wants you to feel good. It wants you to be healthy. It wants to give you well-being. Do you see? It's trying to pull you back up. And that pull of trying to pull you back up as you're trying to pull back away from it is what resistance is. And that's why it's uncomfortable. There's beliefs that's causing you to move down. And those beliefs are simple. I am not good enough. That's the belief. I'm not enough. My world is not enough. My life is not enough. There's things missing. Do you see? Does that sound familiar? And the source is saying, you're more than enough. I have everything. You have all things. You are God. You are all that is. Do you see? And these 2 things are moving in different directions, because when you say you're not enough and you're more than enough, then you have to move against the current that says you're enough. You see? You're more than enough. You're more than enough. I'm saying, no, I'm not enough. Now you're moving against the current. And we would, turn the boat upstream and move against the water. And that's the resistance. And that's what pain is. And that's what frustration is. And that's what negative emotion is. But the more we recognize, how do I move in the direction of who I am? By letting go of what is coming in currently. That's the most important thing. You got to let go of what your life is now. You got to let go of the manifestation. You got to let go of the past. And you got to sit in this moment and say, I'm going to be enough. I'm tired. Are you tired of feeling not enough? Are you tired of the resistance in your body? Are you tired of the mind activity? These are the questions. Then we have no choice. We've got to get into that stream. And we get into that stream by recognizing who we are. We are life, not death. We are abundance, not lack. I'm feeling good. I'm going to find a way to feel good vibrationally, because as I feel good vibrationally, I'm going to match that source. I'm going to move in the direction. It doesn't take long as you find good things to feel about, good thoughts. Doesn't matter where they come from. I'm going to find a way to feel good. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to find positivity. I'm going to find things in my life that I like. I'm going to find ways to be enough. I'm going to look out in the world and see it as enough. Do you see? You can use the world, you can use your past, you can use your imagination, you can use your future, you can use anything you want. You just have to find a way to feel good. You have to find a way to raise the frequency in order to move. And as you move into that stream, you'll feel it pull you. Wow, here I go. And then it will release the solar plexus. And as it releases the solar plexus, you'll move up. And that's what it feels like. I release from the solar plexus, and now the heart gets bigger. The solar plexus releases, the heart gets bigger. Now you're receiving your source. You're moving with the stream. But let me help you understand something. This is the most important part. For those of you that are still watching, you're going to be glad. Because this is the truth, is you cannot see in yourself what's not in others. So if you're moving with the stream, you gotta see them as moving with the stream. They need to come with you. It's the separation that killed us. You see, if I'm flowing, you're flowing. And then I hold that truth about you and I say, man, you're going. Everything's good. Everything's flowing for you. I can see that you're moving and flowing where you need to be. You have to see them as you see yourself. You have to believe in them as you believe in yourself, because your source does. And when you look out there and you say, I'm doing great, but you're not, you see, you pull against the stream again, because it's a mirror. As you align with your source, just like your vision, everything is one. Does that make sense? These two need to become one. That means whatever you see needs to match your perspective, not somebody else's. There is no one else's perspective. There's only yours. Just like if you had a water hose and you took that water hose and you sprayed everything in front of you, it would all have water on it. That's what your perspective is doing. The only difference is it's two. But when those two match and they go out, as Jesus showed, he saw everybody as he saw himself. He saw everybody as he saw his source. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, he said. You see, he saw them all innocent as he saw himself innocent. He saw them all beautiful as he saw himself beautiful. He saw them all worthy as he saw himself worthy. Because you cannot look out at this world from these two eyes and not see what the two eyes see. You're one. You're one. I recommend really sit with this. For some reason, we believe we're split and that what we see has nothing to do with me. It has all to do with you. And that's what the Course of Miracles is all about, is forgiving the world in order to change your perspective, because you cannot see your perspective in somebody else's. It's only your perspective. There is nobody else's perspective. The only way you can see their perspective is if it matches yours and your sources. Do you see? Otherwise, you ignore it. I see my perspective of you. You're beautiful. I see my perspective of you. You are abundant. I see my perspective of you. You see, I see you as I see myself. We've created a whole world of all these different perspectives, but guess where all of them live? You guessed it, in you. And that's why it's all tangled up. Because even all those perspectives of all those people you know can be shifted into two categories. One, negative, and other one, positive. One, your source agrees with, and one, what we call your ego has created. And now your eyes are looking in terms of one, and they're all blurry. Which, by the way, that's where blurry vision comes from. That's where all of it comes from. Not aligned with your source. Take this with you. As always, it is up to you what you receive, and it gets me so much excitement to be able to share this clarity with you. And I hope it ends up in the right places for the right people to watch. As always, hit the like button if it's speaking to you, please, so I know, and then subscribe, share, comment. And my unconditional love and appreciation to all of you on this amazing journey of connectivity.